Hello everyone, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and today I would like to talk about what makes Rainbow Six Siege, what we can do to make it less toxic, and why it kind of is toxic the way it is. So let's first talk about why Rainbow Six Siege is a toxic game when it becomes toxic. Why people would look at Siege versus something like, I don't know, Mario or Fall Guys and say those games aren't toxic. Well, it's very simple. There's a competitive element to it, and a lot of people are sore losers. So they'll scream at you, they'll cuss at you when they lose, or when they win, they'll gloat. It's very simple, right? That's what happens in a lot of competitive games. Even then, it's publicly reflected your rank because you have that rank symbol next to your name, right? So for some people, it's the clout. Some people, Siege is a very frustrating game, right? It's not a forgiving game at all. God dang it, airplanes. Anyways, it's not a forgiving game at all. Rainbow Six Siege is very hard, and what happens with very hard games where it's not based on, let's just say, Mario, where you're constantly getting into new stages all the time. I mean, on Siege, let's just say ranked map, or you're doing competitive. If you're doing competitive Siege, you are playing the same 7 maps every day. And that can get frustrating where, you have to make these micro adjustments, play the whole round. Oh, you lost. You got to micro adjustments. Oh, you lost. A lot of people can't handle that. So that's why this game's toxic. Now, to make it a little less toxic, first of all, I agree. If you guys listen to Zeronic, I agree that there should be no way to look at your MMR, because I don't really care about MMR. MMR, the number itself doesn't mean anything, but it's been created to mean something. People look at it like a point system, like I'm this rank, so that's my MMR or whatever. And all of us have known someone at some point where they trash talk everyone at a lower MMR, and they use it as clout or as a, something like that. And that's just not what it's used for. All MMR is used for is it's used to try to pair you with people of your same skill level. That's all it is used for. And I agree that no one should be able to see it. Now, rank and stuff, it'd be kind of cool if you could see still your rank, and there's something to be said about the experience. I definitely prefer that rank has, or the ranked system has a visible rank. I like that idea, right? Because I like the grind to the rank, right? I don't like that there's this number that every time I lose, this big red thing comes up on my screen, or this big green thing. I don't like that. And it would take the pressure off of players when it's their gold game or their plat game or their diamond game and they lose. I mean, how many people do you know where they hit that game, they lose, they get off for the night, right? You don't know if that's going to be your game. Anyway, so that's one thing that'll make Siege, I think, a little bit less toxic. Another thing is there should be some reward for being a positive player, right? Now, I know that this is going to come down to, let's just say, you click on a player's name and you give them like a commendation or something, right? This player was nice, I'm going to give him a commendation, right? Most people are not going to use this system at all. In fact, most people are going to say, oh, we lost, you're at the bottom of the leaderboard, screw you. Now, this could cause people to try to get more kills so that they look good, so they at least get a commendation. So I think that there should just be some sort of separate system that isn't renowned. Maybe you get special commendation medals or something like that, or charms or whatever, or something like that, so that, if you play in those games, because most people in the Siege community, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but most of them are normal. Most of us are just normal people. We're not going to be toxic, and we just want to play to have fun when we play ranked, or we want to play to get better. We don't really care if you frag out or not, right? So adding this system, I think I could see it in the long term being a very positive impact, because if you're toxic, you're not going to get your extra commendation for the charm, or you're not going to get, I don't know, 100 renown or whatever, And people are always grinding renown for cosmetics, or hell, even make it so that you get R6 credits, which I don't think they would do that far, but I rest my case. Anyways, now another thing that I think, and I'll make a separate video on this, that I think we need to do is, I think that we need to stop complaining about the game on Twitter as much, right? When I go on Twitter on Siege, there's a lot of complaining from a lot of the pros that I follow, and it's really, like, when I say a lot, I don't mean like every single pro complains. In fact, most of the tweets I see are just normal, right? But I say, for the amount of pros that I'm following, I feel like there's way more complaining that needs to go. Listen. Twitter, complaining on Twitter or complaining in a YouTube video ultimately just makes the game look bad. I feel like if you want to make some impact, you have your contacts at Ubisoft. Ask them about it, right? And complaining without offering solutions, which is what happens on tweets and YouTube videos, doesn't help the conversation at all. It doesn't help the game, right? All you do is complain about something and then don't say how to fix it. Well, this is stupid. Like, the perfect example is the MMR system in Ranked, right? We'll go back to this MMR system. The MMR system is stupid. All right, well, how are we going to fix it? And someone offers a fix, and then you counter it and say, well, that would screw this up. Well, okay. You know, that's what should happen. Not MMR system is stupid. Duh, it's dumb. Like, what do you mean it's dumb? All right, if you can't give me a solution, then it's not dumb. You're dumb because you can't think of how to fix this thing that you think is dumb, which means you're mad at something else. Those kind of three areas where complaining with no solutions, some sort of system to reward positivity, and not showing MMR numbers, I think would be helpful in making the Siege community less toxic. Now, I don't necessarily think that it's a very toxic community compared to other games. Guys, if you've ever played strategy games before, listen, I've made content for strategy games before. They make Rainbow Six look really nice because, oh my god, just if you are very thin-skinned, do not live stream any strategy games. Just that's all I'm gonna say about it, man. It's terrible. The hate that you get there if you disagree with the popular opinion or you accidentally mess up one thing in the meta, that's it. The pitchforks, man. So, yeah. But overall, I think those are things that'll fix Rainbow Six's toxicity. I'm not going to say it's a problem, because it really doesn't feel like a problem to me. But let me know what you think about it in the comments below. What would you do to make Siege less toxic? Because I think it's always nice to throw out ideas, because just in case something happens to where the community gets super, super toxic, we have all these ideas floating around that the developers can use to fix it. So that's it, guys. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. If you'd like to support the channel, there's links in the description below to the mouse that I use, and I get a cut of that if you pay for it on Amazon. So I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I will see you guys in the next one.